everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is my first makeup tutorial and I'm really excited about it. So if you want to see how I accomplished this, let's go. So first off, I wanted to start by moisturizing my lips. You know, moisturizing is very important. So I just used Carmex on my lips. You know, any lip balm will do. It doesn't have to be Carmex, but I just love the tingly feeling you get, you know, when you use Carmex. So now I am getting ready to start my brows. So this is a NYX pencil in the color Espresso, I believe, and we're gonna just go in and fill in my brows. I like my brows very thick and natural looking, so I don't fill them in too much. I just fill them in to form the shape and form any strokes that fill in my brows, to just make them look a little more defined. And so I'm doing that with the other brow here, just filling them in, not too much, just making them look natural. I make that face to kind of see where my brows need to be arched and things like that, especially since, you know, we've been in quarantine, my brows are not done, they look pretty ugly, so it's hard to find the shape of them, so that's what I was doing. So now I'm going to go in with an angle brush and I'm going to conceal. So I'm going to conceal with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Pure Beige. And I was getting into that. I was jamming. And then I'm going to just go in and use that to conceal my brows. What I love about this concealer is that it's really cheap. Everyone knows that on YouTube this is a fan fave. It's like no more than $5. And then I'm going in with my damp, clean beauty blender and just fading that out, you know, blending it in, making sure that we have a nice defined brow, even though my brows are not done. That's the power of concealer, ladies and gents. So now we have our brows concealed and I'm going to use that same Pure Beige concealer to base my lids. I don't use a lid primer. I feel like this works just as well and it saves you some time and some money. Going back in with that beauty blender and blend, 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 blend. It'll help you to have a great base for when you put on your shadow. And still blending and jamming, blending and jamming. So now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and this is my Morphe Day Palette and I'm going in the shade Forever and putting that in my crease with a fluffy brush. Yeah, this is one of my favorite palettes. I use it on all of my friends. It just has great neutral and warm colors and it's like my go-to. It's my go-to palette, especially for colors in the crease. And I'm just putting that in the crease and darkening it a little bit. And then I got this Huda Beauty palette. It is called Topaz Obsessions. And I took that orange color and I put it also in the crease to darken that and brighten it up a little bit. This palette is awesome. This is my first time using it and it's really pigmented, and you'll find that out a little bit later in the video. And then I took this darker brown color and put it in the outer corner. I love to smoke out my neutral eyes with a darker brown. And don't forget your makeup wipes. You want to make sure you clean up anything on the outer corner. Normally I use tape, but I could not find tape for this video. So I'm just freeballing it, making it work and grabbing the makeup wipes and cleaning it up. So I'm taking this gold shadow. Yeah, it's really pigmented. I love it. Taking this gold shadow and putting it on the lid. And I love it. I think it's fabulous. And then just blending it out with a fluffy brush. Normally, I apply it with a brush, especially shades like that. But I could not find a brush. I don't know why I couldn't find anything this day. But I couldn't. But I made it work. sometimes you gotta use your finger, you know. Now we're gonna prime it with the Milk Primer. It's my favorite primer. I got it as a sample from Sephora, and I love how it grips onto everything, the foundation, concealer, everything. So now I am color correcting with the LA Girl Pro concealer again in the shade Orange. And I'm just getting all the dark spots, so my dark under eye circles, darkness around my mouth, just trying to even out the skin tone before I apply foundation. Yep, so here I am looking crazy. So after I blended out the color corrector, I'd put concealer on top of it and blending that over, so that way it doesn't look so red, and so that way when I put my foundation on, I don't look like an Oompa Loompa. So foundation time. This is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade Warm Honey 322. This seems to be the closest shade to me, aside from Fenty. Everyone bought up the 320 shade. Thanks a lot, world. I can't believe everyone is that color, but I digress. And I'm just going and putting that all over my face. Normally I don't put foundation on my forehead. I usually powder it, but I could not find my Fit Me powder again. Why could I not find anything this day? I have no idea, but I just put everything all on my face and make sure you get the neck. So now it's time to conceal, and I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I forgot what color that is, but I'm going to put that in the description box. Everything will be in the description box, people. And now it's time to snatch those cheekbones. We are contouring with the Black Radiance contour palette. I believe this is light to medium. And I'm going in, I usually mix the contour and sculpt shades, and I'm just going around and contouring my face. Tip for me is sucking in those cheeks, trying to find your high points so that way you can define your cheekbones and make your face a little bit narrower. And then I just took a fluffy brush going in with those same two shades and contouring my nose. I just feel like it just gives me a little more defined look. And y'all know what time it is. Set it and forget it. We're using the Huda Beauty setting powder in the color Blondie. And I'm just going in and setting everywhere I put concealer, but also just setting everywhere that needs a little more definition. I am an oily skin girl, so I need a matte finish, and I mean completely matte, because the oil just seeps through, honey, just seeps through. For the cheeks, I'm using the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette in the shade Bora. It's the only blush shade in that palette, and just applying it to the apples of my cheeks. I love this palette so much because it gives you a nice glow. Obviously, I love it so much that I dropped it on the floor, so I couldn't hold it up. And I'm going in with the Bobbi Brown highlighter and just highlighting all the high points of my face. And taking a fan brush and putting that on there. And using a Colourpop highlighter in the color Boomin and putting that on top of the Bobbi Brown highlighter. And it gives me a nice shimmery, shiny glow. Yes, get into it. So now I'm taking liquid liner again and drawing my moles back on as they got hidden and covered in makeup and highlighter and stuff. And my moles make me unique, so I love drawing them back in. And taking that handy dandy MAC Fix Plus and spraying that all over my face. And we're back. Obviously I plopped my lashes on off camera, as well as a wig, and put on my top. And now we are doing the lips. So I am lining with MAC lip pencil in the color Chestnut. And then I'm taking my Maybelline concealer and applying that as a lip shade. This is my first time doing it, and I love it. Gave me a nice little ombre. I love a good ombre nude lip, and that just did it for me. So now I'm taking the Morphe lip shade in the color Oh Baby and putting that in the center. And putting Fenty Beauty's Gloss Bomb in the color Hot Chocolate on top. Yes. Love a good lip. And then just taking a little bit of clear gloss and putting it on top. And there you have it. We are finished. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys found this helpful and loved this look. Let me know in the comments if you want to see another one. And I will see you guys in my next video. Stay safe and healthy.